Hello and welcome to another episode of the Tip Balls Podcast. I am your host, Sam Randazzo, and I am joined by my two scruffy co-hosts. To my right, it is Uncle Sam.
Hello.
And behind the computer making us sound just perfect, it is Bruce, the Tugboat Venditti.
What's up?
The fuck is that? Oh, sorry.
And today, we are joined by a very, 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 very special guest. It's a Venditti takeover here at the Tip Balls Podcast. It is Christopher Venditti.
How you doing over there? I don't know shit. I'm here to have fun. That's
it. And we are going to have fun
And I
today.
do have to say this, Christopher does look Italian, unlike his brother,
Yeah.
who I still think isn't his brother, but that's another discussion in itself.
Yeah. He looks mostly Irish.
What are you
I'm
talking about? I look just like Dad's grandfather,
Hey,
so I don't
we
want to
have
hear.
proof of it. You told me, I'm Irish. It's my own.
I am Irish, and so is the Dago sitting right there.
Hey, watch it.
Bruce, why the shades today?
I'm just feeling it. I don't know why.
You're just in that, like
It's
we're in
sunny
that zone.
out,
I'm,
and
I
I
still can't get over you three shits to the wind at the draft party. I still can't get over it. It's the only time I literally liked him. It's the only time. It's still blowing my mind today. I can't believe it.
Oh,
It
good.
was awesome. He was awesome that day.
You're not
I was
supposed to
like,
like
damn,
me,
man.
so.
If I would have been 18, I would have been hanging out with you again. And that probably beat you up and took your money. But we would have had a good time.
Well, let's be honest here. We are kind of in the NFL dead zone right now. Obviously, it's post-draft, and everybody, including us, has talked the NFL draft to death. So
Yeah, we're just waiting for the schedules to come out.
that's it. Schedules come out Thursday, so obviously next week's episode, we're going to talk about that and have our new power rankings out after the schedules come out. But we're tired of talking about the draft, and we're tired of talking about free agent signings and acquisitions
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff. Tyrann Matthew, somewhere
itself
new.
up.
God, yeah. We've had enough of that. So today, we're going to have a little bit of fun with this. Now, obviously, we have Christopher here today. Zimbop's all around.
By the way, thank you for your service,
Zimbabwe.
Christopher.
Oh, thanks.
Zimbabwe.
I didn't do shit.
God bless you, and thank you for your service.
Thank you very much.
God bless you.
Thanks.
Are you gonna stand up and get on your knees now, or what?
Hey,
What?
watch it.
What does that mean, asshole?
I think
Huh? Get on my knees.
Oh, obviously, if you are in the Detroit area and you know anything about De La Salle Collegiate and their athletic program, we are sitting in the midst of a legend. What year was the state championship run?
2014 or 15? Yeah.
It was
I think it was-
2014.
it was
2015.
14?
It was
Yeah, it was the year after I graduated.
Oh, you
So-
were on that team?
Yes.
Oh,
He was part of the 2014 state championship De La Salle Pilots
first
and
state champ.
Yeah,
for De La Salle.
first football state
Yeah.
championship for De La Salle.
oh, wow, man. That's an accomplishment.
Let me just say, I went to the
what are
state
you doing?
championship this year. My buddy Mike Dana there, great guy. You know, he plays for the
Okay.
Chiefs. And me and my buddy Jeffrey, you know, let's just say we were captains at one point on that team. We show up to the game. Nobody even freaking knows us, right? They let all the guys who were the big-time dudes went to Michigan, which is fair. I get it. They sit on the field, and that's cool.
Like an alumni.
They didn't
deal.
even fucking know us. So I got shit-faced, and me and Jeff just got fucking plastered at the game, started throwing shit on the field. It was a good time. But fuck De La Salle.
Oh, wow.
Say that
Well-
right now.
Didn't they?
Christopher transcended football. He became probably, for all intents and purposes, one of the most viral videos of 2014. Like the
it's
meme,
still viral now.
the
Yeah.
Vine was a big deal back
Yeah.
then. I mean, and yeah, you will see every few months SportsCenter will post it on Twitter or whatever, and it'll just take the world by storm.
But that's just the kid who got kicked out of school. I think I got my swagger back. Yeah.
Good guy, by the way. Great dude. Great dude.
Yeah, but they post, oh, we're ready. When you were standing up there and you were talking to what's his name? Was it LaDuff? Is it Charlie
Yeah,
LaDuff?
some wacko guy from the news.
Yeah, from Fox
Oh,
2.
man. LaDuff
He's-
is the shit.
He's
dude.
absolutely
Yeah, he's-
electric.
He smokes
No,
huge amounts of
no,
dope,
no,
just
no.
like your brother.
No. Charlie Langston.
That's what it was.
Oh, he's a knucklehead. He's crazy. He's got all
Yeah.
kinds of energy.
Yeah.
He's like all coked out.
Yeah.
He's like, hey.
Yeah.
You know, that's against the law. You can't do that.
Everything's
He's
a question.
crazy, dude. I know exactly who you're talking.
Well, in the interview, they asked Christopher if he was ready for the state championship.
Okay.
And he came out with the most electric, get your blood pumping, straight erection fuel
Okay.
answer I have ever heard. And it was just got real down low, got the eyes, got the that death look to him. He goes, "We're ready."
Was it your kill face? You put your kill face on?
Yes.
I hear ya.
The fake kill face.
It was the
Okay.
yeah.
Real kill
Can
face.
we-
is
can we
stone
get
cold,
a-
man?
Are you ready?
I mean, he sold
Area.
the shit out of it. Yeah, could you do it now or no?
We're ready.
Okay.
We're ready to go out there.
You know we came to Ford Field.
We came to Ford Field, and I still can't get laid from the video. But
Oh,
I got
wow.
no compensation, nothing. But you know,
It went
whatever.
crazy. YouTube,
Yeah?
Vine, all of the above.
Anyway, I thought I was bad.
Oh yeah, this is honey, you gotta go.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This is why we keep the door closed.
What the fuck? Really? I just want to know.
What's up?
When you were overseas, now Christopher was in the military, obviously. Who's the most important person that you met while you were overseas?
That I met when I was overseas, probably a Filipino hooker.
Okay.
I didn't mean crap.
Who was the second most important person you met while you were overseas? Did you meet anybody that we would say, okay, we know who that is?
No, absolutely
Somebody popular?
no.
Nobody.
Probably not. You know, there was a couple platoon commanders, lieutenants that played football at the Naval Academy and stuff.
Okay.
That
Okay.
were pretty good, but you know, not really. I mean, I was in the infantry, you know, so we go over.
Okay.
We don't meet anyone, you know. I think Future came and did a concert once. So I didn't.
There you go.
I didn't go to that.
That's pretty cool.
I was getting.
Didn't
Why
you go
not?
see that idiot?
I was getting shit faced.
Didn't you go see that fucking knucklehead, Future?
I don't think I've ever seen Future.
Isn't that the dude Russell
Really?
Wilson's bagging his wife?
Yes, Russell Wilson
you know what?
is
It wasn't-
married
That's
to
it,
his
actually.
It wasn't
his
even
wife.
Future. It was
I'm
the guy
sorry.
that did Designer. Did a Panda.
Oh,
that guy.
fuck that.
Who?
From Atlanta.
Oh,
You've never heard Panda?
Some-
panda,
Panda?
panda,
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 Panda, Panda, Panda, Panda, Panda. I got bros in Atlanta.
I don't know what the hell that is, dude.
Well, we'll put a
bunch
little
of
clip in
gibberish.
here and you can hear it.
It's
But
No, I
straight
don't wanna hear it.
garbage, is what
it
it
needs
is.
to be less than 5 seconds or whatever.
Well, if you guys don't like it,
Copyrighted,
you
but-
know I'm not gonna like
No,
it.
it was bullshit.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh yeah. So
Yeah, while you were there.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
How was it like being in the military, being overseas? Like, were you still able to like fuel the NFL passion? Because you've gone to Lions games, every Lions game for
Yeah.
what 20,
Yeah, your dad had
22,
season tickets
23
forever.
years
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're at
So you go to
25
every
years
game.
now.
Being away from that, were you still able to keep that same passion for it? Were you still able to see everything you wanted to see?
Oh well, absolutely. I mean, my family's passionate about fucking. When we're passionate about something, we go nuts. So. And let me just say, there's a lot of Browns and Lions fans in the military, so, and a lot of Patriots fans too, because it's like Boston freaking people.
You know, and
And-
people from Boston are messed up.
Yeah, they're nuts. They're
How about New
wackos.
York?
They're wackos. New York? Yeah, yeah.
Oh, they're crazy.
I feel
dude.
like, yeah, the Jets
They love their
fans,
team and
Giants
hate
fans.
everybody on it.
Well,
They're absolutely crazy.
for football though, they're not that crazy though. From my experience, like being in the military, I mean,
Oh.
the guys that I met,
Yeah.
I don't know, but the guys from Boston are nuts.
Yeah.
But I will say, Detroit and Boston and Cleveland, those 3 cities, craziest fans, like the most dedicated.
I
Right.
think
I
I'd have.
Well,
to
I
say
don't think
that.
there's any
I
fans
honestly
more
think-
dedicated than
And
Lions
can
fans.
we just talk about this bullshit thing about the Buffalo fans?
Okay, you know something? I was going to say something about Buffalo because I feel like Buffalo fans get more publicity than any other
Listen,
fan base.
They do have a huge
But
fan base.
They had the lowest
do.
attendance record
They have a
from 2000 to
Hold on.
2019.
They have a very small stadium. A lot of these other stadiums are a lot bigger than that stadium.
Well, aren't they getting
Well,
a new?
but no,
they're getting a new
atten-
stadium.
It'd
now.
be
Correct.
I think
attendance
you know what I think it
percentage.
was. Buffalo gets a lot of credit, but when Instagram came around and these videos, people were jumping off and like slamming tables and stuff, and that made the idea that Buffalo fans
Yeah.
are crazy.
I agree with
Because
that.
I don't really think they are. Let's just be
Well,
honest here. I hate Buffalo.
Let me tell you something. Cleveland fans are crazier than they are.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Dog pound?
Guaranteed, dude.
Yeah.
Nobody likes the dog pound. They throw biscuits and batteries, and they'll.
Will you bark for us?
Yeah.
The only thing that I've heard personally, because I haven't been able to see it, and I always wanted to go. I wanted to go to the black hole.
Yeah.
Yo.
I've been
I
there.
wanted to go to the black hole,
Yeah.
dude.
Oakland?
Dude, the Raider fans are absolutely.
Yeah, but it's watered down now.
Now
that
it's in
Vegas.
Vegas.
and
Now
shit.
it's in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, they totally fucked
I never
the
got a
fan base
chance to
over.
go see it, and
Right.
in Oakland or LA when they were there. I've always wanted to go because Omar Shout out to Omar.
Yeah.
Omar told me the black hole people are absolutely insane.
I believe that.
Yeah.
Like the Oakland black
Yes.
hole people.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Oakland people.
I could see that. But yeah, the Buffalo thing. I mean, yeah, you guys cover each other in mustard and jump through tables and shit.
Anyway.
I'm pretty sure Buffalo's
The only thing I'm
second-
covering with mustard is a pretzel, and I'm hungry.
the Buffalo's the second smallest market, I believe, in the NFL.
Correct.
They were going to
Jacksonville's a small market.
No, Green Bay is smaller
Green
than
Bay?
Buffalo.
Yeah, but Green Bay is owned by the people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
They're the only team in the NFL owned by the people.
right.
Yeah.
Look, what's the biggest memory? What's the best memory you remember being at a Lions game?
At a Lions game?
Yes.
Oh, man.
I just
There's
want to
so
see
many.
if he was there when I
There's
was there.
So many. But I think probably like the top two are when freaking Aaron Rodgers got, like 6 penalties and eventually threw like a 70-yard touchdown. And he got
The Hail
all-
Mary.
The Hail Mary.
The
one?
Rodgers
How
Hail
is
Mary.
Let me
that?
just say that
That's
game
good.
was freaking bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah, it was the
And let me-
bullshit face mask.
Let me just say, Sue, I love Sue. I know a lot of people hated him because he was a dirty player, but that's my kind of shit, man. Like
He wasn't dirty.
Lyle
He
Alzado.
wasn't dirty. He was
Ndamukong
nowhere near
Suh.
what these other guys
Yeah.
used to do.
Yeah.
That was so overblown.
Alzado was an animal. Remember Alzado?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do. Yeah.
Died
I remember
from cancer.
watching him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That guy was awesome.
I'm going to give you my favorite Lions moment. I actually have 2 of them.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you one of them. The first one that I remember, this the loudest I've ever heard the Pontiac Silverdome, is when the Lions beat the Cowboys with the Big
1998?
Three.
Or did
I was at that game. I could not even fathom the noise. My ears were crackling when Crockett picked that ball off and went 75 yards for a touchdown. And it was bedlam.
Yeah.
It was bedlam. And my other favorite moment, I went to a Monday night game, and it was the Raiders and the Lions. The Raiders.
There it is.
At the Silverdome.
Barry Sanders against Bo Jackson.
Wow.
That was my favorite.
Yeah.
Game
those are
that
some
I-
pretty
Yeah,
classic
yeah,
ones.
holy
That
shit.
watching him go for 2,000 against the Jets. He went over 2,000 yards. That was at the Silverdome also. Incredible
top those.
games.
Fuck.
I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
Well, Christopher and the Tugboat and the whole Venditti clan have probably one of the best traditions, like the most perfect football traditions, and that's their Thanksgiving Day tradition that revolves around
Okay.
the Lions. Nothing.
Oh my God, we're down there at 5 o'clock in the
Yeah.
morning.
I mean, it's pancakes and breakfast
Oh, yeah.
and go to the parade and go to the game and tailgate and
Well, I'm going to
You
tell you
gotta
the
see
truth, dude.
Santa.
I loved it that time. We went and tailgated.
yeah, we
Yeah,
did that.
that-
in
I
a
was
nice
there with you
spot.
guys.
Yes.
I was
That
there
was
with
good.
you.
Yeah.
Badass.
Yeah.
That was when Sam was
That
doing
guy
the
had
beer
fucking
bong.
hookup
Yeah,
over there.
Yeah.
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 That guy had the hookup.
That was next to Vincente's? Oh, no, where are they?
No,
It was down
that
the street
was
from the 7-Eleven, wasn't it?
no, that was down. It was in Grand Circus.
Those guys
down one
let
of
us
those
come in
side
there,
streets.
man. That
Yeah.
was a nice deal they had.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah. Well, we're gonna get a tailgate or something going for at least one game.
Opening
this year.
day.
We should. We should.
For the first game.
I think it'd be nice to do a show at a tailgate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
that
would
would
be
be
cool.
awesome.
That'd be
Yeah.
cool as heck.
could
Well, I
probably do
told
that.
Bruce to try and find us a parking lot to rent out.
I
but-
was
Okay.
looking at the one that we're talking about right now, but
Oh.
I can't. There's no phone number, nothing to try to talk to somebody, so
Okay.
probably
Well,
have to go
keep
down.
working on it.
boots on the
Hello.
ground, Bruce. Boots
Keep
on the
working on it.
I am.
ground.
Got all summer long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ain't got that long, bud.
You
Keep
don't have to
working on
ask
it.
him, Dick. Just get a spot. Pay for
Yeah.
an extra spot.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll
the
just
hell?
buy up all the spots.
Why are you making
for
it
the
so
game.
hard?
You know the.
All right,
you
well
know the,
that's a whole different story.
you know the parking lot that cousin Philip owned across the street from Ford Field. Oh, he doesn't freaking remember.
Anyway,
No.
Whatever. That one.
so
Got to remember what you're dealing with.
yeah. Num
I want
Oh, I'm
I want to
All
switch gears here a little bit because there's been a lot of talk about college players and guys that get drafted, all of the above, but the name, image, and likeness situation in college football where players are now getting paid for businesses, the school, all of the above to use their name, image, and likeness. So I know we all have thoughts on it. This is what I want to say. All right. It's a very controversial topic.
I've been hearing a lot of people talking about it, and it is very controversial.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: they draw the money. The schools would not have what they have if it wasn't for the football programs, period.
It's true.
That's where they generate the majority of their money.
Yeah, Alabama football, I believe the numbers.
It's not through scholarships. They don't make money on scholarships.
No,
The schools ain't making any money. They're giving them out. So they're giving away a lot of money every year.
Well,
but the TV revenue alone more than covers all that.
I believe like Alabama generates $130 million a year in income off of the football program, which is a gigantic number.
I actually think that's kind of low.
It probably is in all reality, but so most of these big time programs are bringing in at least $100 million a year off of football.
Listen, Notre Dame football's had its own television station forever.
Right.
And don't tell me that doesn't generate hundreds of millions of dollars every year.
Mm-hmm. Well, so this is my philosophy on it. A lot of people who say that people who are going to college to play football are getting the scholarship, and that's essentially their form of payment is the college degree. I thought about this like long and deep, right? Long and deep. So
anyway,
if you go back 20, 30 years, America was a much different place then than it is now.
Yeah, it wasn't a shithole then.
Well, the cost of everything, especially right now in the current time we're in, is so through the roof. And the money that people are making now is so much, has raced up so much in the last 10 years that I don't know how much that scholarship is actually still worth. Now, when you're talking on the level of money that the schools are bringing in off of the football program, this is the way I think about it. Obviously, college sports, the NCAA, is no longer about the student athlete, right? It is a bona fide business. It is a gigantic corporation. Yeah. At the end of the day, that's what college sports are. They're a giant business. Now, if you worked for a Fortune 500 company and you were the top performer at that company, you would be able to say, hey, look, this is what I'm worth. This is what I bring to the table. So this is what you're going to pay me, or I'm going to go seek out other options. Because there's a lot of issues right now, too, with the transfer portal and how it pertains to this NIL situation.
They need to – here's my assessment of the whole thing. Do I have a problem with them paying them? No. They've been getting paid forever anyway.
Under the table, bags of money.
It's just bullshit.
Right.
That was all bullshit. Everybody's done it. Everybody got caught one way, one time or another over the years. Pete Carroll, you scumbag.
Well, but how many backdoor deals? How many handshakes went on? Where there's this house that you can stay in, and these cars that you can drive, and this job that your family can have.
Isn't it better that way?
Else.
Listen,
if that's
that
what
they're
but
gonna do,
isn't it better that way?
What, the backdoor stuff?
Yeah, heck yeah. No taxes. You kidding me?
Well,
that's way
if you
better
look
for the
at it
guy.
from that point,
they're idiots for complaining about this. By the way, the student athletes.
No, I'm actually with you on that.
Yeah, they're idiots for complaining about this.
Well, here, listen.
Yeah.
You think it's the superstar players that are bitching? No. It's the fucking guys who never see the field that are bitching.
Exactly.
They're the ones that are bitching.
Yeah.
Because the other guys are getting tore off by the boosters.
Yeah.
I already know what that is.
Right.
Yeah. I know. I've known it, seen it, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
It's bullshit. I get it.
Yeah.
But, okay, this whole thing started over a fucking video game.
Oh, yeah.
And the
EA Sports, NCAA football.
Yeah.
That's what started this whole fucking disaster.
Yeah.
Okay? And is it going to fuck up the sport? I think so.
I agree.
I think eventually it will totally fuck it up to the point where nobody will ever fucking want to see it again.
Yeah.
Okay. I disagree with you there that nobody will ever want to see it
I'm going to tell you right
now.
now.
Well, he's being extreme, but still.
Yeah.
It will absolutely. It's like the NCAA tournament, dude.
Yeah. Who the heck watches?
Does people really get into that like they used to?
Absolutely.
Back when the Fab Five were playing? No.
Yes,
not even close. Not even close to the
when you have a school like what was it this year? Was it St. Peter's? in New Jersey
okay.
that makes it to the Sweet 16. They got
made it
700
there.
kids
Well,
that go.
yeah.
Like that keeps it exciting.
Well, here's the bad thing about it, okay? The level of talent in college basketball is bullshit. There's high schools that got better fucking teams.
Well,
It's garbage.
because you only have
Are
guys
garbage.
staying for a year and
all
leaving.
the fucking good players are already in the fucking
Right,
NBA.
they're there for a
Or
year and
playing-
they go.
Or they're playing pro in Italy already.
Yes.
They don't give a shit.
But
they don't care.
for me-
and that's what's going to happen with college football.
I disagree with you.
It will eventually.
For me personally, the one and done thing in college basketball, a lot of people see that as a drawback.
I don't.
I
love
don't-
that tournament.
I love it because you
They
just said you
averaged
hated it.
I like the
10.7
tournament.
million total
The
views.
way it's set up is good. I'm talking about the play. The level
No.
of play is shit. I love the tournament. I love the one and done, you're gone. I love that.
Well-
the problem is the level of play has suffered because you don't have the best players playing on these teams
Yes,
anymore.
because you only have to go to college for a year and then you can go to the NBA.
That's
Um,
that's it in a nutshell.
13% over the last year since 1994.
It's gone up.
It's gone
grown.
up.
That's
Viewership.
nothing.
Grown. 10.7 million total viewers and a 17.0.
So
share.
13% in how many years?
30 years.
30 years?
gotta be
No,
kidding
he
me.
said 13% a year for the last
Oh,
30
Oh,
years.
that's
Yeah,
what he
that's
said?
nothing.
Yeah.
That's garbage.
And
13% a
only-
year?
This is just
Really?
Google.
That's garbage.
This is
Really?
just Google.
A year.
So, yeah.
I think it's garbage.
It goes up 13. The Super Bowl
Just
doesn't
looked
go up
up the
13% a year.
history. So
There's
Oh,
no
I'm
way
sure it
it's
did this year.
13% a year.
It might have this year because LA was in
The
it.
Super Bowl is the most watched thing on TV.
Yeah.
Regardless, this is the way I think they should pull all these restrictions off.
Well, here I don't agree with that whatsoever. Listen, if they're going to do this, they need to do it just like the NFL does it. There has to be some structures. There has to be some rules. I think they should cap it.
Why?
They have to do a cap just for parity. They have to do it for parity
Yes, but
because it's bullshit.
hold on.
Because then, I'm Nick Saban. I will buy every fucking player in the country.
Right.
Okay, so
And
he
God
buys
bless him.
every player in the country. I'm sorry, Bowling Green cannot fucking afford to do that.
Is Bowling Green going to compete with Alabama right
No,
now?
no,
Jesus Christ could come down and
no.
play quarterback for
Well,
Bowling Green, and Alabama would
If
still
Tom
run it
Brady-
up on him.
Okay, let me change the subject matter.
So
then.
hold on.
If you're at Michigan,
Mhm.
okay, and you want fucking Tom Brady Jr.
Yep.
to come play there,
Uh-huh.
but you know what? Tom Brady Jr. wants to go to fucking University of Southern Cal.
Yeah.
Because he's a California guy.
If you're Stephen Ross,
And
you
guess
pull out that
what?
checkbook and you write that $10
Okay.
million check.
okay, you do that.
Mhm.
I mean, that's up to them, but there should be there's got to be a limit.
Why?
There has to be a limit.
why?
Hold on.
Because these teams don't generate the same money.
Yes,
Not
but
fucking right.
you
dude.
put the vet. At the end of the day, it's not the teams paying for it; it's the boosters, right?
Well, it's the teams. The teams are going to pay it. The school's paying it.
Right. So it's
Right.
like anything
So,
else.
What
If
did I
it
hear?
goes to-
Each school gets the top schools in the nation, 120 schools that are Division I football.
Yeah.
They each get $70-some million a year. That's the money that they
They spend
Bring
on
it-
110 players essentially.
that's what they spend on the players. And I'm good with that. And I'm totally good with that. Each team gets their set amount of money, and that's it.
I disagree.
And let them go ahead and fucking buy the
All right.
players they want. Hey, if you're a good coach, it doesn't matter who the fuck you got on your team.
Yes, but
Right?
if you're the University of Texas and you got a booster that's worth $5 billion and he wants to write a check to the school for $250 million so they can buy players, what's wrong with that?
Listen, I just think there should be a cap. There has to be a cap.
I don't
There
think
has to
they should be
some
paid
kind
at
of
all.
Structure. You listen, this shit with them. Oh, I don't feel like going here. I'm just going to go into the portal.
Yeah.
Hey, that's bullshit.
If you
That's bullshit. No,
if you work for Apple,
I don't work for fucking Apple.
If
Don't
you-
want to work for Apple.
if you worked for a business
Okay.
and you felt that business wasn't going in the right direction and you
Okay.
felt you could get
That-
better
it's not-
compensated
it's not
elsewhere.
listen, if there's a business, it's not my opinion to tell them what they should do.
Yes, but it's your right to leave and go somewhere else.
Absolutely.
So why
Just like it's their right to tell me to leave at any time.
Correct. So why
You know?
why do you think it's wrong for players if they know the team's not going to win and they know they're not going to get the NFL exposure they want and they want to go elsewhere, what's wrong with that?
What is there, 125 Division I schools?
Absolutely.
125.
It's around that, yes.
Okay. That's a lot of people, a lot of players.
Yeah.
A lot of players.
Mhm.
Doesn't matter where you are. It matters who you are and what you're going to make of it.
Right. So if you're at
Because if you got a quarterback from Liberty that got drafted, I mean,
in the third
come on,
round,
dude. Okay, it
and he
doesn't
plummeted,
fucking matter.
guess what?
Yeah,
If-
he went to the third round, but
Yeah,
that's an
you said it
accomplishment.
yourself. You said it yourself. Jameis Winston was a top 5 pick. Why?
Correct.
Because he went to Florida State.
He went to Florida State.
So if Malik Willis was
Played
smart,
against a better level of competition. But if you have a cap, it evens out the playing field.
what do you jump from one to the other?
Well, I'm just
We're
trying to
talking about the
explain it to
transfer
you.
portal.
The portal has a lot to do with that too.
Yes, but you said that there shouldn't be a transfer portal.
I don't care if there is or not.
Yeah.
I don't like I don't like the fact that a guy gets a stick up his ass and then he's doing double dealings behind closed doors with fucking coaches to jump to another fucking school. That's not right.
No, that's
tampering.
That's real life.
That's tampering.
That is real life.
tampering.
If you have a job and you're not happy,
And the
you're going to go
NFL
interview with somebody else
I
because
get that, but you have to have permission
These
to do
athletes
that.
aren't
No?
employees of a company, though. They're not supposed
well,
to.
but
They're
they
supposed to
should.
be students.
Why
That's
should
all
yeah,
they
no.
should be.
But if
Right.
everyone else is going into
Right.
debt,
We're
going
gonna
to the
make them
school,
employees,
why
then
should
make them
a football
employees.
player get
Right.
money
Fuck,
at all?
fuck it. Don't give him a scholarship.
Yeah,
you
I
want to
agree.
come here and play football? Come here and play
I'm
football.
the same boat as
Exactly.
you.
It's a business.
Exactly.
I
Everybody
agree.
else has to go into
Scholarship then.
debt.
Yeah.
Don't fucking give him a scholarship
Hold
anymore.
on, because Bruce
Yeah.
is talking about people going into student debt. Guess what? Those people who are going to student debt to go to the school there aren't generating revenue for the school. The players are bringing in the money
That's true.
yeah,
for
no,
the school.
That's true.
hey, nobody's going to pay fucking $500 to watch some kid do a fucking science project.
Right.
Okay?
You know what that's the whole thing.
But
That's the
still,
bottom line on it.
Right. If guess
so
what?
they're not. So they shouldn't have to be students then.
What I'm saying
Why?
is
Why
this.
should they have to go to school then?
What I'm saying is this. If they're going to make this into a business, which that's what they're doing,
Correct, and they
then
should.
they're an employee of the school.
Right. But
Okay.
They shouldn't be going to school there. then.
Exactly.
Hold on.
If
exactly.
they wish to go to
They should
school
become an
and
employee
go
of
to
the
fucking
school.
class and get a degree, fine.
That's
hold
on them.
There's a huge flaw in that because the NFL will not let you go without going to college.
You have to be a certain age,
Absolutely not. You have to use up your college eligibility.
but it is age also.
So what are you
have
going to
be
do? Not
above-
go into the NFL till they're 25 since the college?
They don't want 19-year-old kids in the NFL.
Well, I disagree with that in itself too.
They don't want it. They don't think they're mature enough to handle it. And I get it. I get that. You
If,
see it
if
every
they
year.
are in the
You're
NBA,
signing a
every
pretty
year.
big contract.
Here,
that's
let me
for
jump
sure.
in my fucking vet and do 150 down fucking Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah, you can't even drink yet.
Give me a
You're
break,
fucking-
Dog.
yeah. no.
Isn't it like 90% of NFL athletes go broke?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
First 2 years out of college, it was like the numbers were crazy.
Yeah.
It was almost 90% of them are flat broke.
well, the average career only
2
lasts.
years out. 2 years out of play.
Yeah. But
The
here's the
average
thing now.
career only
Now,
lasts
now
3
the athletes
seasons.
want to complain that, oh, I don't get enough playing time. What is the average career? 2-3 years? They want to complain about that. These guys are all prima donnas, bro. Don't give them what they want.
That's pretty interesting because you go back 15 years ago, the average career was lasting 5 to 6 years. So every year it keeps getting shorter.
Yeah, because these
and
guys
shorter
are
and
scared to get
shorter.
hit.
Huh?
These guys are scared to get hit. What about the guy the Lions
I don't
just
think
drafted?
it's that. What I think it is the turnaround is greater now than it used to be.
Okay.
Well, that's because you have more.
They need to expand, and they haven't done it yet.
You have more talent coming out of college too.
Correct.
A lot.
They
more.
need to expand. They need to expand the league.
But
which
don't
they
they
do.
have more
That's another-
talent? Like Tom
Open
Brady said,
tryouts.
If you keep these rules that you have now for hitting the quarterback, Tom Brady said he's going to play till he's 60.
Yeah, and he should.
Absolutely, he's going to.
He should.
He
That's
should.
what he's been doing
He
for
should.
the
I
past
love
15
Tom Brady. I'm not going to
years.
give it away from him because he's an animal, and I think he'll play either way. But these
loves a good
guys are
challenge.
scared to get hit. They don't want to play. They want compensation for getting a concussion. Listen, I know guys that got blown up and they don't get compensation. Okay, what the heck? And I get it. The NFL, they make millions, and they deserve. what
Listen, they
get.
take.
And it was just.
We're good now.
It's Mark Zuckerberg.
I don't know what it's still doing it.
It's
every
Bruce
so often.
Zuckerberg.
Get the pillow. Get the pillow off the back of it. Maybe that's it. It's still there.
What the fuck?
Is that the Velcro?
Shit out of myself. That's not
That's up to
realistic.
them.
That's not.
Well, no, it's not realistic. You want to know why? None of them are going to go there to go class.
Heck no.
None of them are going to
Heck
classes. They don't have time anyway.
play football.
If you watch what these guys do, their sessions, they're going in the gym in the morning, they're working out in the morning, then they got their meetings. Then they got
Lunch.
They got to watch film.
Yeah,
Right.
film.
Then they go to lunch. Then they go to class. And after they're all done with their classes, they're going back to meetings. It's bullshit.
But isn't the whole
It's
idea?
bullshit.
Isn't the whole idea that you got to be dedicated and you also have to be really good at school in order to get to the top? And if you aren't,
Listen,
if you
as a-
aren't, then you're not part of the
I'm gonna
company.
say
I agree,
this.
and that's why
every-
they should have to go to school still.
Hold on now.
Yeah.
For every listen, there's guys that went to college that can't even write their fucking name, and still even going through 4 years, getting their degree in social
Yes,
disorder.
it's called the SEC.
And it's every year.
Right.
And these guys get a degree in something that they didn't earn. They didn't even go to fucking class, most of them. Boosters did their fucking homework for them. All the kids did their homework. And why waste all that fucking resource and money? You don't want to go, don't go.
Because
you're
that's-
an employee of the school. You play for Auburn University.
If they're gonna pay
You're an
them, they can
employee.
take their own money and put it into the school to go to class. That's what I say.
Wow, that's actually not a bad.
Well, no,
That's not a bad
No,
idea.
you just take the scholarship
That's actually
away.
not bad.
You make them an employee.
Yeah,
of the
you make
school,
them an employee.
You pay them to play football, and you take the scholarship away
Yeah,
and give that
that's
to the kid that actually wants to go there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what you
Bada
do.
boom, bada bing.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Or
Or
you give the choice.
they have a choice. They have a choice. If you want to take the scholarship and actually go to class,
That's
and be something with yourself, because you better. Because guess what? 3 years out of the league, you're fucking broke.
well, no.
It would be smart to do.
Hold on. Guess what? Because if you are a 5-star recruit that everybody wants, you start a bidding war. And if a school's willing to pay you $3 or $4 million a year, then you write that check for $40,000 back to the school
I
to fucking
don't-
go there, and you don't think twice about it.
Right. So you don't need the scholarships
Correct.
because you're paying them
And you
anyway.
give the scholarship to the kids who aren't
that the ones that are
going
earning it.
No, not
They're
even
going,
the ones
oh,
that.
wait a minute. For them kids that are going there for to be something, not a football player, that's fine. That's fine. Give it to them people that need that. There's a lot of kids that go to school that can't afford it, that their families can't afford it. I am one of those. Would I have loved to send one of my kids to fucking Michigan State or University of Michigan? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I can't afford $50,000 a fucking year.
Yeah.
They're not a fucking student. They're an athlete.
I get it. Yeah,
I agree with
Get rid of the scholarship. and
Get
pay
rid of the
'em.
fucking
And
scholarships.
pay them. Yeah, and if they go into
And
debt,
that will
they go into debt.
end all of this bullshit.
Right.
Yeah.
But there needs to be structure by the NCAA on the fucking money part of it.
That's right.
Because if not, then it's going to become a fucking shit show. Then it's going to be a shit show.
How do you figure? You know what? If they were going to do it, you know how they do it? They do it like baseball does.
The luxury tax?
Bingo.
There you go.
Yep.
I don't have a problem. It's got to have some kind of either cap or something.
I don't
dude.
think they should do a cap because guess what? If you install
I'm
that cap,
talking for parity, dude.
I don't.
think we'd all be better off. The NFL. Why is the NFL so great?
are you
why-
going to let me say anything
I'm
today or
just asking
no?
a question. Why is the NFL so good?
I don't know. Enlighten me.
because Americans love to see
Because
people
of
get
parity.
fucked up.
Correct. Okay, and I'm trying to explain to you how putting in a salary cap doesn't allow parity, because if you have a smaller school like who's usually out of it. Washington's been successful the last few years. Let's take
UNLV.
okay, UNLV. All right, and you have one of the boosters there who's worth $10 billion fucking dollars.
Okay.
He says, you know what? I want to see you guys at the top. I'm going to write a check for $1 billion fucking dollars, and you guys go spend it all on players. And they have a cap. They can't do that because you have to remember, you're big. If you have a salary cap, you're big, and everybody's on the same playing field. Alabama's still going to get the players that want to go to Alabama. Michigan's still going to get the players that want to go to Michigan, and UNLV is going to get whatever's left over.
Right.
If you give the smaller schools who have the deep
Well,
pockets,
they're already getting the money, dude. What's wrong with the 74, 75 million? It's going to go up every year.
But
just like the cap goes up
because
every
if
year.
everybody's on the same playing field,
Yes.
then people are still picking a school based on the school. It doesn't matter.
You're picking on name recognition.
Right.
Right.
That's not there doesn't
But
it
that's what
doesn't
they do
allow
right now.
correct. And there's no
That's what
parity.
they're doing right now.
There's no parity right now.
Well, no, there's no parity.
Exactly.
Not when you're paying these fucking kids to go already.
So if you give SMU,
So you leave it the way it is. Leave it the way it is. Just
are you
let it-
not listening at
No,
all?
I'm listening to you.
Right. I'm not saying to leave it the way it is. I am saying to do the opposite of the way that it is. Let it be
Okay.
open season.
Open season.
Open season. And
Federal.
if you spend over $100 million, you pay $20 million in a luxury tax. And you make that commitment. You
Okay.
make the commitment to say, you know what? We want to spend $150 million on players this year, and fuck it. We are going to compete for that national championship as SMU or as a Washington State,
So,
and we're going to pay the extra $20 million to the NCAA in a luxury tax.
okay, what about
That creates parity.
That's not bad. That's
That
not a
creates
bad idea.
parity.
Well, here's the thing, though. Now, is it every year?
Absolutely.
So it's not an actual contract.
No.
Let's say
Because
you're-
if you wanna
you're
bail-
Jameis Winston,
Right.
and you tell me, oh, I want $6 million this year. And I was like, okay.
Can you
want
stop?
$6 million? Go ahead. I want $6 million this year. So you're going to pay him $6 million for his freshman year, another $6 million for his sophomore
Whatever
year?
it is, you have
I
to.
mean,
You as the school have to figure it out like an NFL would, right? Are you going to give a guy $30 million his rookie or his
Okay.
first year on the team? No.
well, wouldn't you just make a 4-year deal with it?
You could do that as well. It's what I'm
Most of
saying.
these guys ain't going
Open-
to stay to 4 years.
Right. And
It'll
if
be
they,
2 to 3 years.
and you know what? That's how the school protects itself.
Yeah.
You want to talk about the transfer portal? That's how the school protects itself. Because you put right in that contract, hey, you went to the transfer portal, you owe us back, just like it would if a player retires when they owe back their signing bonus. You want to
Right.
transfer, you're going to cut us a check for half back.
Okay.
That makes it a legitimate business.
That sounds
And
better.
that's the way to do it.
Well, it's got to be a business.
Right.
And that's what it is. And it all started over a fucking video game. It all started over a fucking
Which they
video
took
game.
away from us.
Well,
and
we
they
do.
need to bring
we do
back.
have to realize that
My
Notre
favorite
Dame
video game.
and
It
like
was my favorite
they're
video
not going
game.
to pay their players, right? Because their names are not on the back of their jerseys. So legally, they don't have to pay them.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
true.
but
They
they
don't
want
pay
the
that.
likenesses, the numbers,
That's
this,
true.
that,
That's true.
the other thing. That is what they talked about.
Right.
Now, there's a lot of schools that don't even have their names on their jerseys.
That's what he just said.
Yeah.
Right.
Hearing aid.
Aren't we going to say like now these
But the
guys are
number-
not going to want to go to
it's
the
the
NFL?
likeness. It's
Well,
the
that's
likeness,
the other
Christopher.
thing. And you know
These guys
what?
are not going to want to go to the
What
NFL.
he just said
Yeah.
is a huge thing. If you've established yourself in college and
Correct.
you can figure out a way to make 10, 15, 20 million in college, what does that do to the NFL?
Yeah.
Because you're going to want to stay in
Well,
school
a lot of
six
ti-
fucking
a lot
years.
Of times guys don't want to. Well, a lot of times that's where the red shirts and all that stuff comes in.
Right.
You know,
And now, and hey, these college athletes, right? And they don't even want to go to the NFL. Maybe, and are we going to say that they don't have to go to school either? They can just play on the team?
well, I would say you would have to at least give it a 5-year deal.
Okay.
They would have to have a 5-year contract.
Yeah. And
The
get it-
option of the 5th year, there's a 5th-year option, just like the NFL has on rookies.
Yeah.
There would be a 5th-year option. Now, whether the school would want to pick that up or not,
Yeah.
like
right.
if the guy gets hurt, he wants to come back.
Right.
A lot of them are just going to go forward to go to the NFL,
Yeah.
where they're going to make serious money.
Yeah.
Well, if you're going to pay these guys millions, I don't see why
And
not
let's
just
let's
stay.
remember that not the best NFL players come from the biggest schools.
Absolutely not.
That's true.
And that's what I'm saying. That gives, if you do this, like Eastern, they offered that one kid, it was like $1 million NIL deal to come there. And he turned it down because he wanted to play at a bigger school. But if you give them unlimited, if Eastern could find a donor that wants to spend $100 million on players, what's wrong with that?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right.
That creates the ultimate parity. Now, I agree with what he's saying. Kids will want to stay in school as long as they can because there's a chance if they leave to go chase big money in the NFL, they'll be a fucking nobody.
Yeah.
And I
That's
agree
true.
with that. And it'll also, but the problem is the NFL contracts are already so fucking, you're going to see quarterbacks getting paid $60 million
Yeah.
Real soon here.
very quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Within
So-
the next 5 years.
It doesn't matter
Within
anyways. That's
5
gonna
years,
keep
they'll be
going
making
up.
60 to 70 million a year.
Right.
Yeah.
Shit's
Yeah.
insane.
And you have to
Holy
think about it
fuck.
this way too. Think about these 5-star recruits that come out of high school, a lot of them you never hear their name again.
Christian Hackenberg.
Right. I mean, so that's
McGuffey.
yeah, that's the whole thing. These schools have to make the decision. Okay, we're going to invest this in this guy because it's only a 50, even the best, it's only a 50-50 chance it's going to work out. So I don't think you're going to see it get unreasonable because there's so many.
Here's the big thing that nobody realizes. Out of the 125 Division I schools, okay, you know how many of those guys make it to the NFL?
Oh, the number's got to be so minuscule.
It's maybe what, 9%?
Well, how many players got drafted this year?
255.
255. And then maybe another 200 UFAs?
Well, let's say 255 get drafted.
Right.
Another 100 undrafted.
Around
maybe.
that. So you're getting 400
But how many
guys
of those
a year.
guys, a lot of them don't even make the clubs.
Right. So you might get 200 guys a year entering
to the NFL.
Out of
and that means
each college team has what?
There's 200 players in the NFL that are losing their job.
Right. But how many? So out of the 120 college teams hold what? 100 players? It's way more than.
Yeah,
NFL.
it's like 77, 100 players.
Times 120. So that's the whole thing. You're taking such a minute percentage that you as the school are going to be very, very, very picky with where you spend that money. It's not like you're just going to see everybody. You get 10 million. You get 5 million.
Right, that's not going to happen.
The school's not going to make an investment unless it is a sure lock thing. And even then, it's only a 50% chance it'll pan out.
You don't think that there should be some kind of way that there has to be some kind of rules to this?
Well,
there has to be some
government's
rules.
going to make rules.
Yeah, because it's going to be bedlam. I mean, there has to be some kind of structure in this whole deal. These coaches and these schools have to have some kind of. I would hate to see what they're going to do to these kids.
Yeah, see that's where.
And you're dealing with kids, and that's the part that worries me the most.
Yeah, but this is
the maturity level is what I'm talking about.
What's the definition of you're dealing with kids now? Because
you're dealing with 19-year-old kids.
Right, but there are 14, 15, and 16-year-olds who go on TikTok and make $1 million a year.
Yeah.
Or go on YouTube and make $1 million a year.
That's fine.
Right. So at the end of the day, he's an 18-year-old athlete. If they want to pay him,
all right.
Pay them.
Listen to me. I see kids come out of college that still ain't ready yet.
Correct.
The Henry
world
Ruggs
is a much different.
And I mean, you see it every year. You'll see at least 5 or 6 guys absolutely shit the bed and do something stupid.
You're always going to see it.
Yeah.
You're always going to see it. In the NFL, there's 5 or 6 guys a year who have been there.
Yeah.
And they still fuck around. There's always going to be that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day.
And this is where I think it pushes the levels of players wanting to stay in the league. Let's say DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah.
Just got popped doing
PEDs.
Right.
Yep.
And why do you think he's doing that? So he can stay relevant. He can stay relevant and keep at the top of his game.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And baseball did the same thing. Hey, baseball did the same thing.
Yeah. Well, I think steroids should be legal in all sports.
I think it's dumb.
Yeah.
I think it's dumb to even at this point because it's been done so many years. Yeah. You doing this to your body, if it destroys you, it's on you. Salcedo went from being a 280-pound defensive lineman to 137 pounds with pancreatic cancer, dying from doing too many steroids.
Yeah, but we don't know.
And he came on national television and pled with people not to fucking do it.
Right.
Okay? But obviously he did it because he needed to stay relevant in the sport.
Well, he was afraid.
And he gave himself up. He didn't realize what it was going to do to him until afterwards. And he was gone fast.
Yeah, but we don't know about the correlation between steroids and his pancreatic cancer because it's extremely
here's the thing. When you overdo it, and that's what he was doing.
But yeah.
And we already know about roid rage and everything else.
Yeah, that's all bullshit.
We know that. It's not bullshit.
It is.
That's not bullshit.
It is bull.
That's not bullshit. There's been a lot of guys blow their fucking brains out for it.
Yeah.
All the wrestlers that do all the roids
Yeah, but Chris
kill themselves constantly.
Chris Benoit, he was
Yes.
schizophrenic.
Gee, maybe it's for all the roids he was doing.
No, there's no.
Yeah.
Actually, steroids are actually
You
when
need
you're
to
on them are better
You need
for
to
your
stop, dude.
serotonin. and shit.
You need to stop right
No,
now.
I can break it
already
down.
It's already been proven that it's fucking. It will alter your mind in a place you don't want to be. Are we going to blame it on concussions? We
No,
could do that.
absolutely.
That's what the NFL does.
Yeah, I know.
You know, that's what they were saying about Junior Seau when he blew his fucking brains out.
Yeah.
And his family's, he would never do that.
Right.
He would never do that.
But let me just
know.
say, marijuana affects your serotonin and
absolutely.
neurotransmitter levels way more than steroids do.
Well, the weed is real simple. It turns you into a nice little sheep.
Yeah,
That's what it does.
yeah.
That's what they want.
And I don't care. Like,
That's why they're
People smoke
allowing
weed
these
in the
guys to
NFL.
smoke weed now.
yeah,
That's exactly why.
yeah.
Because they know if they don't, they wind up doing shit like Henry Ruggs. They wind up doing crazy shit.
How the fuck
What?
are you gonna?
They do crazy shit. Well, you're gonna tell me? Listen, I would love to see a percentage of the guys in the NFL that actually do HGH. I would love to see the percentage.
JJ Watt.
Huh?
JJ
All
Watt,
of them.
100%.
I would love to see.
Yeah.
Well, that's why his game is diminishing because he's not doing it anymore, and his body's starting to break
He's also
down.
been in the
He's like
fucking
Barry
league
Bonds.
since
Maybe,
fucking
but
Nam.
strength,
So,
strength is only a small participant in how good
Oh
of
yeah,
an athlete
absolutely.
you are.
It's recovery.
Yeah,
Most of your steroids is for recovery. It's for repair and recovery.
right.
So that way, when you're blowing the fucking blood vessels out of your arms
Hell yeah.
and snapping blood vessels in your shoulders, that you can take that shit and you'll be like, oh, I'm good. I can do it again tomorrow.
Right.
That's what it's for.
It depends which one you take. I mean, if you're taking DECA, that's good for your joints and stuff.
It's all,
But anyways, that's
it's all the
beside
same
the
shit.
point.
You want to know? This is my thought on it. All right. You know what the side effects of it are. You know what the downfall
Correct.
of it could be. If you want to make that sacrifice to keep your
Right.
game at its top level and secure that bag and get paid and take care of your family and everything else, and
that's your choice.
should be your choice. If
Absolutely.
you want to go out there and run 30 fucking miles an hour, pumped up like a
that's why-
motherfucker,
that's why I
God
don't
bless.
understand the rules. The rules of the NFL are bullshit because they only pick and choose who they fucking choose to do it to.
Right, they only
And
test
that's
guys who,
bullshit.
you go out
That's
there and have a
Like Myles
200-yard
Garrett.
rushing game. You're
Yeah.
gonna, remember Jonathan Taylor had that 240-yard game this year,
Yeah.
and they made him piss the next day, or when McPherson hit that 63-yard field goal or whatever,
Yeah.
and they made him
a
piss the
kicker
next
piss.
day. Yeah,
They
They
made him
made a
piss the
kicker
next day.
piss.
they made a kicker
That's
piss
ridiculous.
the next day.
That is
That's
so
ridiculous. Exactly.
Yeah.
If
But
you
can we-
want to do it, God bless.
Can we talk about how dedicated Tyrann Mathieu is?
Who?
I have Tyrann Mathieu, the honey badger.
Okay.
I love Honey
From an
Badger.
inside
Does.
source. I'm not going to say the name. He is the craziest, most dedicated human being that's ever been a participant in the NFL. That's from an inside source. This guy apparently is balls to the wall. Doesn't matter what time of the day it is. He always is trying to watch film, and he's constantly headbutting people in the locker room.
Well-
I love Tyrann.
Okay.
You
Well,
don't like Tyrann Mathieu.
I love him.
I think this of him. I like his intensity,
Right.
but you got to know when and where to use that. I think he's reckless. His body is broken down. That's why he's not really wanted that much anymore now.
I
Because
don't know.
it's kind of passed him up
He
already.
was gone at the beginning of the year last year
Yeah.
from the Chiefs. He came back and
Yeah.
they made the playoffs.
Well, here's the problem. He can't stay healthy.
Right.
He can't stay healthy because of his recklessness in the way he plays. There's been a lot of guys,
Maybe.
that played that game for a lot of years.
Right.
Ronnie Lott,
Yeah,
who's
Ronnie Lott, freak.
probably, arguably the best
Yeah.
defensive back of all time.
Yeah, Ronnie
period.
Lott, animal.
But I mean, that's dedication. For you not to have surgery and cut your pinky finger off with a pair of garden shears
Yeah.
to play in a Super Bowl,
Yeah.
that's dedication.
What?
But
the
also
fuck?
don't in the NFL now, don't we have like the doctors? They are telling these guys they can't go back out on the field.
Well, there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that
Yeah,
right now.
but if he
Listen,
wants-
they've been sued. They
yeah,
paid
that's
out.
true. That's true.
Who knows how many of?
Yeah.
I'm sure it was in the billion.
malpractice suits.
And that's why I
And
think if
that's
you're
why you see the blue tent on the sidelines and them saying, well, he can't come back. Could he come back? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
9 out of 10 of them could go back in and play.
Yeah.
They want to play. They're being told they can't.
Yeah.
That's NFL protocol.
Hey, just don't
To
tell
save their
Antonio
ass.
Brown.
Sign a waiver that says you can't, you won't sue. That's what I think.
Well, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Why do you think 9 out of 10 guys in the NFL can't own a motorcycle?
Yeah.
Because of Ben Roethlisberger.
It's in their contract. Yeah.
You can't own a motorcycle.
Yeah.
It's in your contract.
Yeah. Well, so if you want to
Your
go on the
property
field,
of the NFL.
yeah.
You're their property. They're going to make the rules, whether you like it or not. Too bad.
Yeah, right. I agree. And just like
Yeah.
anything else in the world, if you
And
work
that's
for
what
an
we're going to turn
organization-
college sports into, too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Which I don't like.
Exactly the same fucking thing.
Well,
And it's
Screw
too bad.
that.
It's too bad. College is supposed to be a learning experience for young people. You guys all know that. You guys went to school, correct?
absolutely.
I'm in school.
Absolutely, right?
I didn't.
Bruce, you go
I
to
didn't
college?
go. I didn't go to college.
You didn't miss anything. But it's supposed to be for young kids to make them grow a little bit.
It's not anymore. It's a freaking scam. now.
It's listen to me. College is a business.
Correct.
They're a business.
Right.
You said it in the beginning. College sports are a business. College itself is
It's
a
a
business.
business. I
Yeah.
agree with that.
They are probably the biggest business in the United States.
How many people do you know that go to college, get their degree, and
do nothing?
actually no, not do
Actually
nothing,
use it.
Well,
but actually use it?
Very little.
Well, here's the thing. dude.
There's
I went to school a long time ago, and the people I went to school with, I knew guys that went to college that went for a major, and their major changes in 5 years,
right.
so their degree is worthless.
well, that's the whole thing.
yeah,
There's certain like okay, obviously if you're going to college to be a doctor and go to med school,
that's a different.
you're going to use your degree.
Correct.
If you're going to law school and you're going to be a lawyer, you're going to use your degree. But 90% of these people that go to college and get a degree end up working in a completely different field than their degree is
Right.
actually
Right.
Or
pertaining
they
to.
take that degree and they call it something else.
Well-
and smash something else in with it.
Yeah. Like,
And
Isn't Dad one of those,
Dynasty or
Christopher?
something.
Huh?
Huh?
Dad's one of those, isn't he?
What?
He changed his degree like twice.
Well, most
now
people,
he's not
he
even-
didn't change his degree, he changed his major, but most people change their major.
Or yeah,
a lot of people.
That's what I
because
meant.
at 18,
I was
you don't
just-
know what you want to do for the rest of your
But
life. So
way
Yeah.
too many people go to college today, I think. And there's way too many scholarships.
Here, I'm going to give you one. Business.
Right.
Okay, you're going to college to learn business. You get a degree in business at U of M. You get your degree in business.
guess
Yeah,
what?
Ross
But
Business
if you go to Ross Business School, you're going to get a job anywhere you want.
That's the point
Okay,
that we're trying to make.
well,
Is it,
just the point.
just because you go
what
to
I'm
a,
saying
yeah.
is, though, you got your little degree in business. By the time that your degree is relevant for about maybe 4 or 5 years, because they're going to call it something else 5 years later.
Okay, well then
Advertising, commercial art and advertising used to be huge shit back when I went to school back in the 80s. Okay, they changed all that shit. That doesn't even fucking exist anymore. It's called social whatever media,
Something ridiculous.
okay,
fucking whatever.
but now hold on.
Okay,
So that scholarship that we're giving to college athletes,
correct.
what's it really worth?
Well, it depends on what they're going to get. 9 out of 10 of them go to school for sports medicine,
Kinesiology.
Yeah, physical therapy or something.
Exactly.
Anesthesiology.
Exactly. So if
School
you're not
teacher.
gonna pay for that, if you're gonna give them a scholarship, right?
Yeah.
Instead of paying them,
Correct.
and they're gonna go to school.
No, you're paying them also, but you know what I'm saying? They have the option to either do this, take the scholarship and get less money paid, or take the full money paid and then you can do whatever you want. You're just
You want to know what
employed.
I think? This is what I think. You either pay them, or if they want to choose the education route and
Yeah.
be a student athlete, not just an
Correct.
athlete, a student athlete.
Student athlete.
You
Yeah.
pay for them to go to school, and
Right.
when their eligibility is done with the sport, you pay for them to go to grad school.
Do you think the schools want to do that?
Absolutely not. But
Absolutely.
that's taking that person who's really invested in their education, because that means they're saying, okay, if football doesn't work
I'm
out,
done.
I am going
Yeah,
to
I'm
continue
done.
my
I want to
schooling.
go to school. And,
Correct. And I want to become a doctor or a lawyer or get my MBA and do something like that.
Well, here's the issue with that. They're going to make them sign a contract from day one on that deal. It's either
Absolutely, and they
you
should.
take it now,
Right.
or
You pick
void,
right now.
or it's void.
Yep.
Yep.
And that's a
That's the
good
difference.
way, because in all reality, that degree's not much. If they get a degree in kinesiology and then want to go to med school and become a nurse, go to nursing school, or go become a doctor, or go to law school, that is worth it. That's worth more than the
I
money.
want to be
now.
a scientist.
Yeah, go get
Chemist.
your doctorate of science. Yeah, whatever.
There you go.
That makes it worth it. That makes the person who brought in all that revenue for the school, QB1, 5-star recruit, that guy, if he doesn't go to the NFL and get paid his $30 million, then that $100 million that he helped bring in for the school, that's
Correct.
paying it back to him. Not going to get a
Correct.
degree in kinesiology that you're never going to fucking use.
Right.
That makes it worth it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That actually makes sense. But the whole thing is, we're just throwing speculation out there.
Right.
None of that is even fucking relevant.
Right.
Because they're not doing any of it.
Well, that's what this was. This is just,
Yeah.
everybody talk about how they
I mean,
what
it
they
is what
think
it is.
about it.
Do I think they should be getting paid? I'm gonna be honest with you. I think they're getting paid more than enough. I don't think they fucking.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Do you have short-term memory loss?
No.
Because whatever you say at the beginning of the fucking episode, by the time we are done, you completely fucking switch your
Changed my
saying.
mind. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's what conversation.
Yeah, but I
That's what
changed
it's
your
about.
mind against what I was arguing.
You changed my mind.
I'm fucking mind-boggled.
Yeah.
I fucking pay them. It's all good. Fuck them. They got enough.
All I said is this. All I said.
We're going to get the third change now.
Here's the thing, because I am on the other side of the fence on that deal. I'm not an athlete.
Are you sure?
I'm not.
You look like an
Kinda.
Adonis. I figured you were,
Yeah, well,
like
in
Bruce Jenner in the
maybe in my younger
decathlon.
years, not anymore. I think this. If we're gonna make it fair to everybody, you gotta have some kind of structure in it. The NCAA needs to have structure, because if they don't, they've already shit the bed for years by doing what they were doing behind closed doors.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and all that did was make the mess that we have now.
Yeah, like
Okay.
LeBron James. Sorry.
Oh, I don't even get me started on him.
Oh, Jesus.
He's right up there with Pete Carroll.
Well, speaking of Pete Carroll,
He's more than.
Yes. I did see a little thing on Pete Carroll. Go ahead.
I want to close out today by making our official, because I have our official
Pete Carroll,
Scumbag Hall of Fame
Yep.
merch on. I want to complete our Scumbag Hall of Fame. And we already know face number 1 is Pete Carroll.
Correct.
Face number 2 is Urban Meyer.
Yes.
We need to fill face number 3 and face number 4. And I want each of you to give me
A new.
who is going
Mount
to
Rushmore?
complete our Mount Rushmore.
Rushmore.
Oh, you guys
Hall
know
of
mine.
Fames.
Well, Pete Carroll and Urban Meyer are locks.
They're locks. Pete Carroll's
How
in
many
the middle.
faces are there on Mount Rushmore? Is it 4 or 5?
4.
It's 4. So we need 2
Christopher
more
would know
faces.
that one.
I think it's 4, right?
I think it's 4, yeah.
It's
Let's just get a nice
Washington,
little picture.
Lincoln,
Washington, Lincoln.
Teddy
Roosevelt.
Roosevelt,
Yep.
and Madison. I don't remember.
From
Yeah.
left to right.
So Washington's Pete Carroll. Jefferson is Urban Meyer. Now we need our Teddy Roosevelt and our Abraham Lincoln.
Well,
Hold on, let Bruce talk.
I'm going to let Bruce in this.
Matt Patricia.
Remember,
You're out of your mind.
He's not a
No, dude.
scumbag.
He's a fucking scumbag.
Listen
Right?
to me.
He
Hey.
fucking destroyed this team.
You're
He's
an
a
idiot.
fucking
You're an
scumbag.
Listen to me. Then
I
you
love
need
you,
to
but
put
you're an
Matt
idiot.
Millen in there.
Okay,
Before
stop.
him.
Matt
Stop,
Millen or
stop.
Joey Harrington?
The
We're doing
Detroit
Lions.
Lions
No,
have been
nobody cares about the
We're
Lions.
looking for coaches.
right. The
Yeah.
That are
Detroit
scumbags.
Lions have no. It could be a player. I'm good with a player.
wanna
I'm good
do
with
a
the
player?
GM. I'm good with anybody.
Okay.
But
This is
hold
my
on.
pick.
Yeah, your pick is fucking terrible because
What do you
Matt
mean?
Patricia's not a scumbag.
Nobody gives a fuck about
He's
Matt
not
Patricia.
From what he said, what he did at training camp, he seems like a fucking scumbag.
What do you think?
Oh, he's an asshole.
What do you? Yeah, he's an asshole. He's
There's
not
a difference.
scumbag.
The best coaches
He's
are
an
assholes.
asshole.
by
Right,
the
the
way.
best coach. Look at Bobby Knight. He's a fucking
Bobby Knight was
asshole.
the biggest asshole there was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love Bobby Knight.
but he was great. It doesn't.
Threw chairs at
Asshole.
people.
I like Matt Patricia,
loser.
by the way. But
Yeah,
whatever.
it doesn't matter if he sucks at coaching and he's an asshole. I want scumbag.
No.
Scumbag.
Then I gotta change it.
Scumbag is putting their school on probation for 6 years and bailing to the NFL so you don't have to have the repercussions of it. That's a scumbag.
Then I gotta think.
A scumbag is you hitting on fucking
You guys
co-eds
do what you
at a
need.
fucking bar in Ohio.
I'm gonna sit here
That's
and
a
think
scumbag.
about my scumbag.
That's good.
What?
I'm gonna sit here and think about my scumbag.
Okay,
you guys
think
go
about
ahead.
that.
Yeah.
That's just Coach O. Oberdrawn. Go Tiger.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
What?
Because I
They
think
were
he
over
left his
18.
wife and then he was bringing the 18 and 19-year-olds to practice. So
So he wasn't married.
I don't know if it was separated or there's a gray area
That's
there.
fucking underage, dude.
No. They
I don't
were
think
18
I
or
don't think
19.
I'm making jokes. I don't think they
Listen,
were underage.
If you're 70 and you're 18, you're not underage.
Anyway.
But I don't know if that's scummy enough. Urban Meyer, that was fucking
that's
scummy.
not scummy enough.
Wow.
Pete Carroll was fucking is a scumbag.
He's a scumbag.
Yeah. Urban Meyer, not only, with his finger up some girl's butt at a bar, but everything he did to, for the Jaguars, scumbag. We
Brady
need to
Hoke.
What he was
See,
doing
Brady
to,
Hoke got 113 sons.
you know what? He wasn't that bad of a guy. He's
I don't
just
think
a
he
big,
was
I don't really know that.
You know
much
what he
about him.
reminded me of? Shout out to my man Aaron Hickman.
Who's the one running back who beat the shit out of his girlfriend in the elevator?
Joe Mixon.
Ooh. No.
No.
Ray
Played for the Ravens.
Ray
Rice.
Ray Rice.
I'm sorry. Joe
Booyah.
Mixon punched some girl in the bar in the face
Yeah.
and knocked her out. Yeah.
Okay, it's Ray Rice in the Scumbag Hall of Fame.
No, I don't think he is.
No.
Listen,
How?
drunken messes like that.
I'm
like
pulling
what
that.
he
I'm
did,
pulling that.
and
video
Joe
up.
Mixon in a bar somewhere, what they did. To me, you need a little bit more than that. It's horrible what they did to these women, and I think that
That makes them a scumbag.
just because of who they are, they got away with it,
Hey, wait.
and they shouldn't have.
Can we take a quick pause? I just got a text from Leon. Shout out to Leon. He needs help deciding on what he's going to eat. Five Guys or Panda Express? Pick one.
Kebab Inn.
Five Guys or Panda Express?
Neither.
Five Guys or Panda Express?
Five Guys.
Panda.
Panda's too expensive.
Five Guys or Panda Express? Pick one.
Kebab Inn.
All right. Sorry, Leon.
Go Five Guys.
We're going to go Five Guys. I agree.
Yeah, Panda's.
It's a
way
burger
too
type
expensive
day
How much
right
you get?
now.
I leave
Christ.
Panda hungry
Anyways.
as hell every time.
Anyways, okay. So no Ray Rice, no Joe Mixon.
Hold on.
What about Tariq Hill?
Tariq Hill's a
love that.
scumbag.
He beat the shit out of his kid, didn't he? Or something, dragging him, and then beat the
Tariq
shit out of
Hill.
his wife or girlfriend or whatever it was.
Oh,
too.
he's a scumbag.
Oh, can I put Aaron Hernandez on there?
Oh!
Bada boom, bada boom.
Boom. That's
Like
a
Aaron
great one.
Hernandez.
Aaron Hernandez, he's got to be on there.
He's got to
he's
be
gotta
on
be
there.
on there.
He's got to be on there.
Double murder.
Killed his friends.
Who cares?
Double
He killed his
murder.
best
I
friend.
like Aaron Hernandez.
I don't know.
I loved
You're a
him as a
psychopath.
player. I'm not going to lie.
You're a
All right,
psychopath.
here it is.
You're telling
It's
me.
Urban Meyer,
Pete Carroll,
Pete Carroll,
Hernandez.
Aaron Hernandez, and Ray Caruth.
That it's too old. It's irrelevant.
Ray Caruth. Google it.
Oh, didn't he kill his wife?
Google it.
Google Ray
Ray
Caruth.
Caruth.
What about Dak
From
Prescott?
from the Panthers.
Dak Prescott.
How
So
about Dak? Fuck Dak Prescott.
I don't like Dak Prescott either, but I don't think he's a scumbag.
I'm gonna say this about Dak Prescott. He sucks.
Bring up the Wikipedia page, Bruce.
You want to read this whole fucking thing?
Yeah.
On November 16th, 1999, near Caruth's home in Charlotte, North Carolina. What is it? Sharika
Read
Adams.
it like a fucking man.
Sharika Adams.
Sharika Adams, a real estate agent he had been casually dating, was shot 4 times using a
357.
357 caliber Charter Arms revolver. That fucking
Okay, so he.
outside of a nightclub.
What
right?
about the guy that shot himself in the leg?
Oh, Black
Oh, a
Flipper.
nightclub manager and associate of Caruth Adams. Oh, okay, whatever. That's
So he essentially shot his real estate girlfriend 4 times.
She was pregnant.
8 months
Oh,
pregnant.
yeah,
8
that'll
months
do it.
pregnant.
8
Yeah,
months pregnant.
right here.
That scumbag.
months
home.
I'm
pregnant.
still reading.
Democrat.
That's scumbag.
I guess I shouldn't have wore the sunglasses when I was gonna read.
Yeah.
Okay, so is that going to be our official one now? And we'll,
Yes,
if we need to
it's-
change it later, we
it's-
will.
Well, I mean, all double homicides aside,
Charles Ross.
I think we should separate them between players and coaches. So we do need 2 more coaches
That's
to,
true.
to
Oh,
finalize.
you're right.
I think we should do that.
So we're going to have 2 scumbag
We
Hall
have
of Fame.
2
We're going to have the player scumbag Hall of
Rushmores.
Fame and the coach Hall of Fame. So we did
Correct.
get somewhere. So far in our
So far, we
coach
have
Hall
2
of
and
Fame.
2.
Right.
That's a good start.
Pete
and
Carroll and Urban Meyer, and we got
Correct.
2 open spots.
Bill Belichick.
And on the player
I used to
one,
really like him. I lost all respect for him.
oh, I would love to hear this. Why?
Huh?
Why?
Because Tom Brady's the reason why that team's fucking amazing.
Thank you. Give me some.
I used to think it was even, right? I used to think it was a balance of both.
No.
Dude, no.
Listen, what
Tom Brady's the reason why.
Bill Belichick is so out of touch. Oh my God.
O.J. Simpson.
Fucking A. Oh, that's cute coming from you,
Absolutely.
shushing somebody.
It's only a double homicide.
It's only a double house.
O.J. Simpson's on our player
He
scumbag
killed
Hall
the
of Fame.
wrong guy.
Correct.
He's in the Hall of Fame.
Killed poor Ronnie Goldman.
Plaxo
Poor Ronnie
Burris.
Goldman.
He was gay, wasn't he?
Who?
Because didn't OJ?
I truly think that him and her were friends,
Yeah.
and in his fit of rage and cocaine, he killed them both.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think he's innocent from that at all.
No way.
He was guilty. The problem was the DA tainted the evidence.
Glove
That's
didn't
why
fit.
he walked. And you got to
Oh, Adam
Hey, go
Pac-Man
back on
Jones.
that. This guy here is
Darren
going to be
Sharper?
in jail for the next 30 years.
Really? What did he do?
What did Darren Sharper do?
Drugging underage women and raping them.
Oh, that
Like
could
30
be
of them. So there's your Mount Rushmore.
Those guys
of
should be
scumbags
castrated, man.
for players.
for players.
Darren Sharper,
There's a
O.J.
bunch of
Simpson,
guys.
Aaron Hernandez.
Oh, Ray Lewis. You can't.
Why
put Ray
Bill
Lewis.
Romanowski?
You can't
He
put
was a
Ray
freak.
Lewis on that.
No.
Why?
You can't put him in there.
Why is he up there?
Lawrence
Can't put him in
Taylor.
there.
No, I know. I like Romanowski. Why is he on that list of shitbags?
Because it's just what it is.
Because he bit a guy's thumb? Who gives a shit? He's a freak.
Oh, there's been a lot of guys that do some.
Where's
All
Laramie
hell yeah.
Tunsil?
right,
Anyway,
so you got the Mount Rushmore of players.
so our Mount Rushmore of players is O.J., Aaron Hernandez, Darren Sharper. Who did I forget?
Ray Caruth.
Ray Cruz.
It's probably my grandfather.
That's our player.
It's probably my
Mount
grandpa.
Rushmore.
That's our player
of
Mount Rushmore.
scumbags.
If you think we missed somebody or you want to finish off the coaching Mount Rushmore Hall of Fame,
Yeah, because the player stuff, you know, if you want to throw Ben Roethlisberger in there,
yeah, he's
I
borderline,
get it,
yeah.
because he's
Yeah.
borderline. He's paid enough people off to try to keep his image squeaky clean. I mean, that's up to you guys. If you can, you know what?
Eli Manning.
I want every listener out there to send us their Mount Rushmore
Of
scumbag
scumbags.
players
Yeah.
and coaches.
Yeah, so shoot us a DM on Instagram at TipBalls and let us know who your scumbags are.
We still need a couple more coaches.
Yeah, we need 2 more coaches, and
need
I
2
think we
more
got the
coaches.
players. But before we make the merch, we want to solidify it. So you guys let us know. We'll talk again about it next week. Special thank you to Christopher for being here with us today.
Thank you, Chris.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you for your service, and thank you for being here.
Thank you
Yes.
for having me on.
And as always, follow our socials. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at TipBalls, TikTok at TipBalls Podcast. Make sure you check out tipballs.com for updates on our blogs, merch, and much, much more. Also, we are on YouTube. All of these podcasts are in video form on YouTube. And I
I
realized
suggest everybody just listen to it.
I just realized that my pants are riding up my ass and my legs are crossed like a
And
female
he's
right
been playing
now.
with his wiener for about the last 45
I have
minutes.
not today,
Yeah,
god
you
damn
have.
it.
I seen you talking on it.
Anyway, if you're not watching us on YouTube, watch us there, subscribe, turn on our notifs so you know when the videos come out. Thank you guys so much for listening.
Thank you. I thought it was a pretty productive show.
Yeah, that was a shit show.
Oh my
God
God.
bless Bruce. And,
Good.
Zimbabwe-doo.
You guys trying to edit this, man? Hey, you're going to earn your money this week.
Thank you guys so much. You hear from us next week.
Think I got my swagger back. Oh.